Hello everyone, I'm Zach Schmeezing, and welcome to the Stanley Parable. This is a game with many endings, and today we shall play through most of them, hopefully. So let's begin. Oh. It may or may not be crashing at this moment. Hopefully it'll fix itself. Yes.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee.
Oops. Wow, I skipped the intro. Should I redo that? Whatever. Yeah, let's redo it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So first, what we're going to do is we shall follow instructions. So we're not going to go out of the way at all.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so I entered the door on my left. So I'm following his instructions. But first, I need to move this link to a different chat because I'm getting yelled at in a... I am obeying the puppet master.
Yet there was not a single person here
Tips
either.
for not getting fired.
Feeling a wave
Talk
of
less.
disbelief,
Oh,
Stanley
good.
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I love these slides. How'd you say? Take it out passive-aggressively with other coworkers. Brilliant. I am obeying the puppet master.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Upstairs. Okay then. If he says we shall go upstairs, we shall go upstairs. Ooh, boss's office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I'm assuming I pressed the down button. Ooh, an elevator. How intriguing. We are going down. Loading, 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 loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Ooh. This is gonna be...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. Mind control facility. Escape. Mind control. I shall obey the puppet master. I shall press the big button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
427?
What horrible
these are
secret did
screens.
this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? monitors jumped to
427?
life, their true nature
Ooh,
revealed.
427. That's
Each
Stanley,
bore
right
the
there.
number of an employee in the
Ooh,
building.
look at Stanley's office.
co-workers.
You could
The
actually see
lives
it.
of
It's
so
Stanley's
many
office.
individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
This is cool.
This mind
Press the
control
button.
facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this
Fired?
time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe
Amazing
it. He
storytelling.
couldn't accept
must
it.
tell you,
His
fired.
own life
Wait,
in someone
another
else's
guy's been
control?
fired?
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Wait, so does Stanley, like, not go
But here
home,
was the
not
proof,
have a wife and
the
kids
heart
and
of the
stuff?
operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
I want to try
For
gaming
he
on this screen.
would
I mean, look at this
dismantle the
ultra-wide
controls once
thing.
and
Wouldn't that be
for
amazing?
all.
Imagine playing video games in this thing. It's an ultra-wide monitor inside the wall. Wait, I click off, right? Shoot, did I press the right button? Oh no, did I disobey the puppet
Blackness
master?
and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
However, fade to black. The end is never the end. Oh no. It's an endless loop. Hang on, I have to restart because I accidentally skipped through the intro, so I'm going to play the intro for you guys.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley...
God, I screwed up again. I skipped it again.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh. Okay, so that was an ending. I should turn on achievements, is what I should do. So let me do that. Extras. Achievements enabled. Hey, I got an achievement unlocked. You can't see, but I can see. You'll be able to see in the final project. I'm recording this and I'm going to re-upload it afterwards. So if you want to watch a nice high-resolution 1080p 60 FPS version of this, then just wait till the stream is over. But for now, I'm only streaming at 720p. So begin. The end is never, the end is never, the end is never. The end is loading. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is a different... What? What the... Why am I in a different place? What happened to room 430? There's an achievement for that, I think.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It was not an ending. Well, nothing is an ending, Bruno. Door on his left. You know what?
This
Screw
was
you,
not the
narrator.
correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
So none of these doors open. I've kind of played a little bit of this before, but I've tried to save it.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Screw you,
But
narrator.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
First open door on my left. You know what? This probably leads to something. I'll go
And so
for
he
this.
detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
We're going downstairs. I wonder what this is.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Is there a way to go right? Okay, so it's only left.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went
My
down,
God, this
right,
game is
left,
amazing.
down.
If you haven't had the chance to play it, well,
Okay.
stop.
Okay, yes.
Well,
I've
I
got
would
it
say
now.
stop
This
watching, but I
story
like
is
the views.
absolutely,
Like the
definitely
people that are accurate.
this way.
But yeah, you can go pick this up if you want to experience it for yourself. Oh.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your
Oh,
eyes.
it's a spoiler.
Okay. We just
my eyes.
have
Okay,
to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
Oh God, I'm back. Back to the beginning. Oh, here we are.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So this is an achievement, door 430, if I remember correctly. Is it 430? Or is it 429? Or is it 437? I'll have to Google that. You know what? I shall Google that. Is it better if I look up door 430, it'll show up? Let's see. Oh, it is 430. Okay. Oh, whatever. I'll do it next time.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything
that's why
when we were
430
back
wasn't
in that
working.
room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Over here? Oh. Well, this is a well-made office. I'm lost. How do I... Where? This is a bad time. I have to go grab
This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you that...
I'm very sorry. I need to go unlock a door in my house. I will be right back. I'm back. I'm very sorry, guys. I had to go unlock an actual door in an actual
There
house.
definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Okay, well, we're back to the beginning again anyway. I'm very sorry about that, guys. Let's try 430 again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Nope, story's still broken. Well, that's a good test.
Okay,
Oh,
it's
okay.
worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
What? Okay then. No? There's a door open over there, but I can't get over there.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
This is wonderful.
No, wait,
Oh,
never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way
yeah,
and
confusing.
retrace
You
our
don't
steps.
say. Ooh, this is new?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so.
Nope.
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Wait, what?
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what?
There's no door.
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Hey!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
I have a test to see if it's the story. You know what it is? Oh,
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost,
Stanley
I've employed
Parable
the
Adventure
help
Line.
of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Wait, what? This is not the way to the end of the story. What the hell?
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination
Someone
still
forgot
a
how to paint
story?
lines.
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
This is amazing. Sorry, I hope you can hear me over the music. That's fine. I had to turn up the volume so the narration wasn't too quiet. There. You know what? Turn down the music a bit. There we go.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully.
I'll take a screenshot of
You
the
won't
fern.
want to
I hope
miss
that'll
anything.
help. There's a screenshot of the fern on my computer. That might help me later.
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
What?
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Hang on. What? Because that was Stanley's office back there. What the hell? Yes, please do not spoil anything. Oh my god, we're back!
No, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've
We're
been
back.
through, you... Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell
Boy
with
number
it.
104
Restart.
got fired. And we're back. Oh god.
You know what, Stanley? I
Forget
say
the
forget
line.
the adventure line.
The
What's it ever
adventure
done
line,
for
yeah.
us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable.
is useless.
Why don't we
Thank
simply
you,
start wandering
Fake
in...
Gaming.
Well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Sure, let's go in this direction.
Now, Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
Oh God,
Go
are we in a
wild.
loop?
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley. I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms.
I forgot how to
Just
paint.
don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Don't acknowledge it, TM. Fine. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, good.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Oh!
What's this?
16 minutes.
The confusion ending.
Ooh.
You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined?
Bookstore?
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
I need a screenshot of that.
My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be.
Okay, we're on the 5th restart.
I don't want it to be.
Narrative forgets about previous
restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
How do you activate hack? You know what? You'll have to tell me that later.
Okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Oh. Okay, then. We're back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
it
mean?
The 4:30.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I'm clicking.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Clicking a door. All for an achievement. Hi, Leaf.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost.
I am clicking.
Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
20 clicks into 417. What the hell is that? Yes,
Ooh,
I get
great.
it. Click, click,
Now,
click.
go click a few times on door 437.
That's this way, right?
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door
415.
415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Oh, God. This is really worth it for the achievement.
Now, back to door number 437.
Are you kidding me? Oh, I also have the beginner's guide.
Let's see. How about
so
you
I
click
think
on,
next
well,
week
I don't know,
shall be
the
streaming
copy
that.
machine.
Copy machine, copy machine.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Oh my God.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
How? Oh.
Yes! This is great!
Achievement
You're putting it all
unlocked,
on the
you
line,
can't
Stanley.
jump.
I like
Sorry,
that.
you can't
All
see
right,
the
let's
achievements,
keep it
but,
up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
I love this narrator.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did
Achievement
it!
unlocked. Click
Oh,
on
wow.
door
That
435
felt amazing.
times.
Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Finish it off, Stanley. This game's gonna take a
When
while.
Stanley
okay.
came to a set of 2 open
Screw
doors,
you.
this was not
Door
the
on the
correct
right.
way
I'm
to
going
the
to the
meeting
door on the
room,
left.
and Stanley
I know
knew
there's
it
more
perfectly
choices this
well.
way.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I have a message I gotta check on my phone. Because I'm a person who's good at live streaming, so I'm checking text messages in the middle of a live stream. Hold up. Hold up.
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
Hang on. Hang on. I'm sending a message.
Yes. Really, really worth it being here in the room. A room
God, I
so
love
utterly
this game.
captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
There we are. Hi, chicken.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Okay, then.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Not yet. I'm not gonna give up. Don't experience the room. Look at the floor. Got it. Ooh, what a nice... I can't jump. Okay. I honestly don't think there's any more dialogue. Okay, well...
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
So what did I do last time? I went this door and I went down. Okay, I'm gonna go this door.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
It's too late. I've experienced her. Can I get in this door, I wonder? No.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
You know what? Screw you. I'm making this decision.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Aw, the end is never the end. Okay, well.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
God, I love this dialogue. Okay, we're going
When
left.
Stanley
and we're gonna
came
go
to
all
a
the way
set
across.
of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The
Do as
lounge was
Francis Underwood
sublime,
tells you.
a work of art. But eager to get back to
I love
business,
House of Cards. I've been
Stanley
watching-
took the first
I've
open
binged-
door on his left.
I'm most of the way through the 5th season of House of Cards. Someone mentioned it in chat. For those of you
Stanley
watching
was
the
so
archive
bad
stream.
at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Ooh, wait a minute. I
I'm
can
not
jump
your
over to
enemy,
that.
really, I'm
You know
not.
what?
I realize that investing
That's an
your
open
trust in
door.
someone else can be difficult, but the fact is
Go!
that the What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why,
Danger.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Oh.
Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
2B3 is closed. 2B4, 2B5.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, fuck you.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, screw you.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Yeah, we got this.
You
oh,
see,
shit.
there's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
Oh my God.
Help me here, Stanley. Help
This game
elucidate
is
these strange
absolutely
and
freaking
unknowable
wonderful.
desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already
Oh, wow.
feels leaps
No,
ahead of
right.
where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would
know
you
what?
say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices?
give him a
Feel
solid
free to be
3.
honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Okay.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're
Right,
into
are we
it,
in
so
that cell
let's
now?
keep this
Oh, we're still
party
in that
train
room.
rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've
can't
knocked
hear
it
me?
out of the park with
Wait,
this
what?
one. Let's take a look.
Testing, testing. Can you hear me? My microphone should be working. Huh, that's new. Okay, now let's head up this door again.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely
No,
opportunity
is this-
to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this
Oh,
game,
God.
the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back
Okay,
to the
well,
right.
I
and if
missed
he
the
reaches the
leaderboard. Oh,
fire,
shoot. Okay,
you
we'll have to go
fail.
through that ending
It's
again.
a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
Kill the baby.
So why
We'll give
don't
it a few
you give it
tries,
4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
That's a really annoying sound. No, I'm gonna let the baby die because it's super annoying.
You heartless bastard.
Oh,
Did you
wait.
do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Wait a minute. Is this... Someone saying Minecraft in chat, but I know the dev who put together this Minecraft section, if that's what this is. Oh my god, I know who put this
Stanley,
together.
Is this any better? At last, the one thing
I can't
always
jump.
desired, a game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough?
I
Tell
know
me
the
that,
guy who
Stanley.
made this.
Will it ever be
And if he's
enough?
watching,
Well,
hello!
I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Where?
This will go here. No, here. And then...
I can't jump.
Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Yes, I know the guy who made this section of this game.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
I can't jump. Where? I can only fall. Oh my god.
It looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Nope.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Keep in mind the text, the messages are delayed by about 15 to 30 seconds, so I can't see what you're saying in real time. Oh my god, we're in Portal.
Yes! I don't even know what
Portal.
this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out.
Yeah, it's still Aperture Laboratory.
Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Oh, I can't flush the toilet. Or I can pick up the radio! Yay! Wait, what? Oh, you broke the window instead of giving me a portal gun. Well, that's stupid. I'll grab the radio then.
Oh, it's puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Let me know what I do with the radio.
genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through anymore.
Huh? Weird. Usually alpha tests are more lit. I'm just gonna wander. Okay. There's only one door. There's no narrator. There's no narrator. I'm frightened. There's usually a voice in my head telling me where to go. Help!
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Apparently, there's an ending if I type something into the thing, so let's try that. Alright, when I start, I type in face punch. So let's give that a go. That's an ending.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility?
Oh crap, I screwed up.
He had never been trained for that. No. This... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's a thing. Let's try that again. Door on the left.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I did the freedom ending at first. I'm sorry if you missed it. It was at the very beginning of the stream. Window 434. Did I miss that? Shoot. Okay. Okay. Well, let's go. Actually, let's go with the right door. Wait. Bork. Or bark.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Wait, broom closet. That's an ending, isn't it?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No. No, I want to stay in the broom closet. My broom closet.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Well, let's go to the boss's office again. Livestream bathroom. Time magazine with a clock. Okay, well, we're going back. That's the executive bathroom. This is interesting. Oh, wait, are you serious? Let me out! Oh. Ah! Okay. Well, apparently if I back out... Oh, it's too late now. There's an ending if you back out.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
I like the caption, calming New Age music. I hope this isn't copyrighted, if so I should really talk quite loudly, but it's probably not.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Nope. Okay. We have to go down. Music. Yes. Music. By the way, thank you to the 5 people who are sticking around and watching the live stream. Do off. I've done off. I've done this thing. I'm gonna try the alternate entrance. If you rewatch the stream when it's over, you can take a look. I did the first.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door
that
read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I'm not looking at the chat right now. I don't want any spoilers. I want to know what happens when I do it myself.
And willingly confront his death.
I'm willingly confronting my death? What? Oh, crap. What have I done? What have I done? By the way, I hope you are enjoying this live stream. I'm doing the best I can with my things I have. Oh, wait. I can't jump! No!
As the machine whirred into motion,
I'm gonna be flat,
Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise.
I'm gonna be squished.
He reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
I'm boned. Wait, what?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Wait, what?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game,
What?
back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Oh my god. Oh, it's
When
I've
every
seen this
path
thing
you can
before.
walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was
read the
already
signs. You can
dead
pause
from the
and read the
moment
signs
he
if you
hit
want.
start?
This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The first path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Nature paintings. These are photographs. Yes, I shall read these if you want me to. I shall. The two doors. This set of two doors was the first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Filing cabinets. Corridor. The pacing of this open session was important to get right. The corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. I shall read the credits after I go through. Button sounds. A selection of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is the mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. So we have number 1, number 2. Oh, that was number 3. Number 2, number 4, and number 5. The office with unopenable doors. This is really neat. Stanley's computer, complete with a screen that is probably completely burned in from displaying the same character the rest of time. I'm reading at the full speed that my voice is able to read. I'm very sorry. The Stanley Parable. Credits. Written and designed by Davey Redden and William Pug. Additional level design, Colin Eddings and Jack Parsons. Programming, Jesus Higueras, because that's probably a Spanish name of sorts. Sound design and the impeccable. I need to meet Kevin Briding. That's a guy I need to meet. One of these guys I've talked with in real life. Okay, lol. Only the narrator part. Anyway, I need to read the boss's office. Scenes from the development. Ooh. Boom, boom, boom. Office clock. Sorry, this is a bit of a relief moment. Freedom ending. The very first incarnation of the game in the game's alpha. I played that. Countdown desk. One of the... Spoilers! I haven't seen that ending yet. Wait, oh. Okay. Is this gonna be spoilers? Game design mockup. Da. Okay, well, I'm somewhat lost. Have I been through here before? Okay, we'll do this some other time. I want to play through the game first. I'm lost. Stanley's office. Multiple iterations. Is this the final one? I think that's the final one. Okay, how the hell do I get out of here? Where's the exit? This is not it. Huh. I'm gonna need a glass of water to continue using this voice like this. Where is the exit? There's the exit sign. Exit sign.
Where were all of his co-workers? Oh, I don't know.
I'm sorry. There's a, in order to keep the stream smooth for you guys, there's a latency while YouTube processes the stream. That's one of the reasons I use YouTube over Twitch, because YouTube allows you to... Oop, here's the exit sign. YouTube allows you to use more advanced features without being a paying member or having... or something like that.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
I flipped the switch.
No,
What's going to happen?
perhaps not.
Oh, I need a glass.
Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these
Oh,
two.
I'm gonna die.
You can
Okay,
stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat
Press the scrape,
this
no.
game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Squish. Stanley has been squished. He died in a squirt of blood. Okay, something's frozen. This is a good time for me to go grab a glass of water. I shall be right back. Okay. So maybe the thing is it broken? Should I just wait here or is it broken? Is it broken? Or do I just... What do I do? Someone in chat tell me. So I just restart. Okay.
All of his co-workers
Let's
were
find
gone.
some endings. I have
What
a
could it
thing on my
mean?
screen.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting
So-
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Window at 434. We're gonna climb out of a window.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
How do I climb out the window? Ooh, I can climb out this window. I'm gonna keep trying to break the window. This is 434, right? No, that's 432. Table 433, 434. How the hell do I climb out the window? 434 side. From the chair. Oh. Now what do I do? No, okay. Oh, I got it once before. Where is it? Shoot. I'm wasting so much time just trying to climb up a stupid chair. I got it once! Where is it? Come on. Let's see. Okay.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes or no? Well, let's see what it says on the chart. Well, let's get some voiceover.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly this whole...
You know what? Screw this.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay,
what could it mean?
Looking for some...
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We're gonna try something. Start. 419. Boss's assistant desk. So we have to go all the way to the boss's room? No, wait, no, because we can't get back.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Boss's assistant's desk. Fine, we'll try that. I'm assuming the boss's assistant is in the... Hello, Logan.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Boss's assistant. Here's the boss's assistant's desk. God damn it, I screwed up, didn't I? Yep. Oh well, we'll look into that later.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Quelle surprise. The discussion about eyebrows going on in my chat. Quelle surprise.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind
Yes.
Control Facility.
Mind control facility. Why, yes. Let us turn on the lights.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Oh, yeah, imagine you could
What
watch
horrible
every single
secret
TV
did this
channel on
place hold?
system.
Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
That's fine.
This mind control facility,
Employee number
it was too
427.
horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's
look at his
control all
Stanley's.
this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been
427.
manipulated
Let's wait
to
for it to
accept
cycle
it
around.
blindly?
It's right in the center of the screen. Oh well. I've looked at it before.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Are you guys playing vicariously through me? The people in the thing, because I'm perfectly fine with that. Okay.
But here was the proof.
Facility
the heart of the
power.
operation.
Let's-
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that
Mind
this
controls
machinery
idle.
would never again exert its
awaiting
terrible
input.
power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls one... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do.
Whoa.
You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave.
What is this?
If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to
2
shine.
minutes.
You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments
what
each
do I
one
do?
of them
What do I
is.
do?
More
What do I
time
do?
to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that?
I like the music.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll
Do I
tell
press
you
1 to
exactly
drive?
what happened
Is
to
there
me.
any way to save
I
myself?
erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Where's one?
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
Well, we're gonna
I have to
die.
say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it
Yeah,
go.
dick.
But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious
dick.
additional seconds, Stanley. time doesn't grow.
What do
on
I do?
trees.
Press
Oh,
1,
dear
2.
me, what's
Where's
the
my
matter,
3?
Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game...
Oh god, I see in chat there's no way to disable it, but I'm trying anyway.
Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you
let's pull the lawn chair.
This is not
and
a challenge.
Accept the death.
It's a tragedy.
I mean, accept the
you
death,
wanted
not
to
death.
control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you
Okay,
can't.
lawn chair.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left.
30
to
seconds.
struggle.
You know, I'm gonna check that
30
in.
seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
Fuck this.
No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling
Reddit,
desperately
front
to your
page.
frail life?
Comcast
or will you
subscribers
let it
are
go
paying
peacefully?
Up to
Another
1.9 billion a
choice.
year for the
Make it
over-the-air
count.
channels they can
Or
get for free.
don't. It's all the same
Wow.
as me. All a part of the
Fracking
joke.
can
And
contaminate
believe me,
links and
I will be
radioactive
laughing at
zero
every
study
second of
files.
your inevitable life
Ooh.
from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Huh. So something happened. I wasn't looking because I was looking at Reddit on my cell phone. Okay, what happened here?
All of his co-workers were gone.
This is
What could
different.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Why is there paper everywhere? This is different, I think. Is this different? Pretty sure this is different.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, I'm trying to avoid repeating any storyline, so apparently if I walk in... No! If I walk in, then walk out, something, there's a thing, there's a glory
All of
2
his
chat going
co-workers
on
were
in
gone.
my,
What could it mean? Stanley
in my-
decided to go to the meeting room.
This is nice.
Perhaps he had
Usually
simply
there's
missed a
nothing
memo.
going on in my chat, but today there's stuff going on there. So, hi guys, thank you very much for sticking around. I very
When
much
Stanley
appreciate it.
came to a set of 2 open
know what?
doors, he entered the door on his left.
How do I get... let's look at this. I googled, there's an endings chart that I had on my screen. Boss, back out. Okay, let's try that. I already jumped out the window. Yeah,
Yet
sorry,
there
you
was
might have
not a
missed it.
single
Put on
person
redoing
here
it.
either. Feeling
I walk
a
in
wave
and-
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go
boss's
up to
room
his
door.
boss's office, hoping he might... Coming to a staircase, Stanley
I
walked
see.
upstairs to his boss's office.
So this door, not this door? Well, let's try this door anyway. Nah. So the boss's room door.
Here's the door,
No!
just go.
Can I leave? Ah, damn it. Where's the escape? Oh, I screwed up. I went to the broom closet. Okay, so... Am I just wasting my time, or is there another ending this way? I've already been squished, I've already turned it off, I've already turned it on. Let's look. Let's look on the chart of endings. Keypad, catwalk. Wait before going
Stanley
up in the
walked straight
display
ahead
room
through the
and
large
press
door
light
that
bulb
read
button.
Mind
Okay.
Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Well, let's see. We got through the confusion ending. Ooh, staircase down. We'll do that. You know what? Screw this. We're gonna go staircase down. Oh, the paper's gone.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Is Stanley an SJW? Does he need a safe space? Oh, poor guy. Little special.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I get it. Okay, I'll do that after this.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he'd be coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ooh, this is different.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished.
Wait,
his boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Guys?
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion.
Can I just get in the car and, like, start the engine?
He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Help me!
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself,
what is happening?
I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
What the hell?
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared.
Oh my god, I'm in Space Mountain.
And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How
I'm in Space Mountain.
Lucid?
Oh.
And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there
I had a dream I was on a sinking cruise ship last night, so
everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Or I guess this morning.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
Oh my god, it's lucid dreaming.
And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now,
where's the gun
voice
so I can just shoot
these
myself?
words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Could I just...
He would prove
start the car
he
and,
would
like,
prove that he was in control.
Please?
That this was a dream.
There's an exhaust pipe.
He
just
closed his eyes.
Inhale.
And he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing
Stanley
the buttons.
began killing himself.
Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job, all want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I need a voice like this to talk to me when I'm going. Oh my god, no. Please, just let me start the car. And Stanley began killing himself with carbon monoxide
someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh.
This is the story of a woman
Wait,
named
what?
Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley was stuck in an endless nightmare and decided to kill himself.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Wait, which way is it? Let's see, there's an ending that involves pushing buttons. 419. Press it. Oh, okay, so this ending I can't do it, I don't think. Some of these endings block off other endings. I've done the stay in the office one.
When Stanley came to a set of two
we're gonna
open
go
doors,
door
this
on
was
the
not
left.
the
We're gonna
correct
go
way
all
to
the
the
way
meeting
across.
room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, fuck you.
Stanley was
Not
so
you,
bad at
viewers.
following directions, it's
I'm
incredible
talking
he
to the
wasn't
narrator.
fired years ago.
Okay, so you know what?
Look,
I've done
Stanley,
I've
I
gone
think
that
perhaps
way,
we've
so
gotten
I'm
off
gonna
on the
go
wrong
across.
foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into
Wait.
your life.
That's
She's been waiting.
Holy.
That's her, Stanley.
Wait a
You
minute.
need
Why
to be
is
the
the
one
phone
to do
plugged into
this,
a
to
UK
reach
power
out.
outlet? Oh. What?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you
What?
waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh,
You're a
come
dick.
on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point
want
here,
to commit
Stanley.
your life to you.
I'm trying to
Thanks,
get you to
narrator.
see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named
Oh,
Stanley.
good.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has
Oh
a
my
job
God.
that demands nothing of him, and every button that he
I'm being
pushes is a
Stanley.
reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button.
too late. I
Now
can no longer
he's
unplug the
eating
phone.
lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back
We'll go
to
through and
work.
unplug the phone in the next
One
round.
might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Please press.
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
Please press
From behind his
9.
desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
My computer's better than
Fantastic
Stanley's, so
discoveries of
I have
new
3
lands.
monitors.
It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Please press V.
As he wandered through this
Wait, what?
fantasy world,
Oh
he
my
began
God,
to
is my
fill
world
it with many
deteriorating?
possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head,
God,
he
I feel like I'm
relived
Stanley.
it
I'm poking
again,
buttons on my
and then
keyboard.
again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer.
Oh my
How
God.
could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same
crap.
buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets
I'm
which
becoming
life is the real
Stanley
one.
again.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
My computer just started making a weird sound when it says, please press E to be at work in the morning.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can
Seriously,
I tell
what
him
the
in a
hell?
way that he'll understand that every second he remains here
computer
is
sounds weird. I
electing
hope
to
it's
kill
okay.
himself? How can I
Oh,
get
it
him
stopped.
to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Hello. Testing. Press 0.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
Please
And I
die.
tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
No, thank
And I
you. Oh, wait. Hey. Well then. I died. Oh, good.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
The end is never the
Stanley
end. It's never
decided
the
to
end.
go
It's
to the
never
meeting
end.
room.
Okay, we're gonna
Perhaps he
try
had simply missed
the
a memo.
heaven ending, which involves 419423, so it's 419. Oh, never mind. Okay, let's go and plug it. So is
When
that
Stanley
was
came to
left,
a set of 2 open doors, this was not
across.
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known
There's
before.
been a different bit of dialogue
Was
every
it
time I
but
walk through
eager
that.
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Could a man love a room? No, screw you.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible
incredible
he
he
wasn't
wasn't
fired
fired
years
years
ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy.
No,
really,
I don't want to put my finger in it.
I
Yeah,
realize
but
that
I don't
investing
want to
your
put my
trust in
foot
someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me.
I'm asking for her. I'm
This is
asking
it, Stanley.
for her.
Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back
power
into
outlet.
your life. She's been waiting.
How do I unplug
That's
it?
her, Stanley. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness, it's... Wait, what was I supposed to say? My goodness, it's 4:30. I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Okay, then.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
This way? Wait, what if I just... Can't close the door. Hold up. I'm gonna... Excuse me. I'm very sorry. Ah.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Damn it.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
I apologize for sneezing. That just sometimes happens when your nose gets a little bit stuffy. I very much apologize.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Gotta get the escape pod going.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Wait, do I walk in? Oh! That's
Stepping
different.
inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
This is
Shocked,
different.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Nightshark 115. I apparently cannot talk. Nightshark 115.
Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Nightshark 115. Nightshark.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I'm trying to talk. I cannot talk. Nightshark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
See if we can see if there's a different ending. Yes. Nightshark.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
What?
behave exactly as Stanley
God,
would.
we're in a loop.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
We'll do the right door.
All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Try the right door. Let's see what happens.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other
God,
direction.
what the...
Perhaps we're not too late.
Well then, left door. Sorry, am I that loud? Really? No! Okay, well I should move my mic a little further from my face. My mic is further from my face. Is that better? Oh, shoot.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now.
I don't think I got it.
What am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Roll credits. Oh God. It's like I'm in Portal.
I'm here.
This feels like Portal 2.
Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see?
Endings. Oh God.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my story.
If
you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility.
Hallway,
you would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
Oh,
when Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
what the hell?
Stanley? Hello? Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
Wait, really?
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Okay, well, let's just...
Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision.
I should have
saved this.
saved
It cannot
this.
exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine.
Jesus
They're both correct. You
Figueras,
cannot be
modeling.
wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept
Andreas
whatever you
Orensen.
do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose.
Additional voice work by
something.
Leslie. Oh, Leslie.
Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
That was a good ending. Okay, we're back to the beginning. So I'm probably going to try to go a few more endings, and then I'll wrap this up. I don't know if I'll do a part 2 stream, because I
can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Damn it. Take as much time as you need. Yeah, the thing is, it's 2:30.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door.
No, I don't want to. Okay, fine. We're gonna try to do the escape pod. is what it says on this chart I found online.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Heaven ending. How do I get the heaven ending? Let's look that up. Heaven. I can't. It's not giving me the awaiting inputs screens.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Open the console. How do I do that? No. Okay, we're back to this. I can walk in and walk
Here's
right
the
out.
door.
Did I break it? No, the projector's out, so I did something right. Yeah, I did legitimately break the game. Oh! What happened? What did I do? You are now leaving. Escape pod 4760. The elevator's smoking. Okay. 754. Okay, so this is gonna take a little while. A console I'd assume is tilde, but that's not showing up. Hey, you're gonna have to tell me the SV cheats thing again. You're gonna have to tell me that when it's the appropriate time. Because right now, I'm preoccupied with this ending. What floor am I on? 757. Tell me, are you guys enjoying this? Because if you are, thumbs up would be appreciated, just because, you know, I'm going to be one of those typical YouTube shills. Like, hey, can I get a like? Thank you. And also, if you want, you can subscribe. I do mainly Elite Dangerous, but I'll do the occasional thing. And actually, next week, I'm going to do the Beginner's Guide, which is another game by the same devs who did this game. Oh, I have to quit the game to escape. Okay. Escape. Oh, here it is. Wait, what? Did it work? Did it work? Oh, the end is loading. But yes, I'm being a YouTube shill. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not making any money off of this. Oh. Yeah, that's it?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay, we're back to a normal
Stanley
thing.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So what does I do? What do? I wait for a... It says, I've seen it before, the awaiting input screen. 419 423, that's right. Okay, awaiting input screens are not working. Yeah, I don't... Awaiting input's not working. Maybe if I
When
restart...
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, wait, let's try restarting this thing.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
409 is not showing up. It says it should be 419. So, maybe I've broken that ending.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door
Oh
on his
wait, I've
left.
done the first 2 computers already. Okay. One of the computers is in the room. Yeah, I have a guide on my cell phone right here, which shows me how to do it. So I can.
Yet
go through
there was
there.
not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
Straight up.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Boarded up the broom cupboard. That's brilliant.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, input received. Now where does it say to go? 434 Stanley's desks. Can I get back down? Well, I could try to trigger the escape pod thing again. Or wait, should I just reset the game?
Here's the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna reset the game. So it says 434.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
I'm clicking on it. Input received. Okay. I did something. Oh my god. Welcome, Stanley, to heaven. Oh my god, it's buttons. What do I do? Just... Is it? Is that it? This is gonna take a while. Or just randomly click forever. This is me clicking. Is it impossible to press all of them? Is it possible to press all of them, or am I just wasting my time? Is there a way to do it fast? Okay, so do I just reset the game then? Oh, I see. Okay, I'm gonna begin the game again. Well then, Stanley must really like pressing buttons. Okay, let's find another one. The whiteboard entry. No, actually, that one's gonna be hard. Okay, so you know what we're gonna try to do? We're gonna get to space. So what we're gonna do? We go right door. We go hallway to cargo. Hallway.
All
Wait,
of his co-workers were gone.
this is different.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
different.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so SV cheats 1. Let's try that. So I'm gonna put it on, so you can see my first monitor. So what do I type in? Oh, preview for next week. Next week we are going to be playing The Beginner's Guide, which is another game by the developer of this game. But anyway, so no, that's GTA 5 properties. The Stanley Parable. Set launch options. What do I type in? Have a good one, sir. Is it SV_cheats1? See ya. Is it that? SV. Could you type it in? What I'm not supposed to type in? Let's see. Let's look this up. Console commands. Stanley Parable. I type in -console. Okay, perfect. No, wait. What do I do? Stanley Parable. No, I want. So that's how I do it. I googled it. Now we can play Stanley Parable again. Okay. Oh. Okay.
Stanley, this is me being serious. In fact, this is my serious room. It's where I come to be serious. That table is the most serious table I could find.
Found it.
I looked at many, many tables, hundreds of tables. It's possible I looked at over 1,000 tables. I honestly don't know. The specific number isn't as important as the understanding that of all tables I looked at, this one is the most serious. I relate this story to impress upon you the extent to which this is the most serious room I have, which is why I brought you here. You just tried to activate server cheats, which of course runs the risk of breaking the entire game. You've got no respect for the strict order of scripted narrative events, and I just can't have that. It's time to get serious, Stanley. No jokes, no games. Outside of this room, I might be more tolerant of those things, but now we're in the room. Which is why I'm subjecting you to the most serious punishment I can think of. 100 billion trillion years standing here in the serious room. Perhaps after that, we can talk about the severity of your actions and whether you've learned anything. But until then, serious room, go.
Please tell me this door opens. Is this just it? Do I just... Now let's Google this. Wait a minute, so I can... Oh, I can't no clip. It says it's susceptible to... Alright, let's no clip out of here then. V? Nope. They broke all the cheat. Okay. Are you gonna tell? Just for curious, let's see here.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Nope.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Meeting room, where are we? Space. So you know what? We're gonna try to go right door, hallway, cargo. Okay, we're gonna try that one.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Hallway. Forward. Cargo. Jump on catwalk. Okay,
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5
yeah, I got
years
the
ago.
sheets to work, but I don't know how to get what else. I
Look,
just
Stanley,
got into
I
that
think perhaps
the,
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Or not the
I
confusion,
realize that
but the
investing
serious
your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully.
Should I play the baby game for 4 hours?
Stanley walked through the red door.
And stream that?
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
And so...
I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh. Is this space? Well, I have a console still open.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
No, there's specs on my monitor. I thought that was stars.
Here.
Space!
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful. If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
What happens when I go back?
No, wait. Where are you going?
This is different.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
No.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, narrator. I'm afraid I cannot do that.
No!
Ow.
Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room? Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this. No. No. What do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being
rate this thing 5 stars.
Am I reading the situation correctly?
I paid for it.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it.
Completely worth it.
I don't know anymore.
Oh my God, this is worth it.
I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Screw you.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Anyway, I think at this point I'm actually gonna hit the road. I've been playing for 2 hours and 10 minutes, 22 seconds.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
At this point,
Stanley
I think we're
decided
going
to
to
go
wrap
to
it
the
up. I
meeting
might
room.
come back
Perhaps he
another
had
day
simply
and try to
missed a
get that
memo.
and set up the auto clicker for the art one, which takes 4 hours of the baby game.
When Stanley came
But for
to a
now,
set
we're
of
gonna
2
wrap
open
it
doors,
up.
this was not the correct
So
way to the
if
meeting
you
room,
liked
and
it,
Stanley
please
knew
give it
it
a thumbs
perfectly
up,
well.
etc.
Perhaps he wanted to
If you
stop
wanna
by the
see
employee
more
lounge
streams
first,
from me,
just to admire
please
it.
subscribe to me on YouTube. I do mainly
Wow.
Elite Dangerous
Yes,
stuff.
this room. What a
which is
beautiful
space game. You
room.
can watch any of my
What a
streams and kinda
gorgeous,
get an
but
idea of what it
eager to
is.
get back to business.
And for
Stanley-
now, you can watch as I rate this thing a good review on Steam. Quit to main menu. We're rating this thing on Steam. Where are we? Write review. Did I recommend? Outstanding game. Lots of fun and many different. Hi to your brother. Hello, brother. Let's see. I'm gonna try to show this. Nah, I was gonna put a link to the video, but anyway, post review. So yes, that was a review of the Stanley. This is the Stanley Parable Part 1. There might be a Part 2. Not so sure about that. But for now, you're also gonna watch. Shoot, I hope I didn't just show my phone number. Uh-oh. I have to go back through this, I have to watch the stream. Oh well, I didn't. Okay, so we're good. Anyway, next week we'll be back with the Beginner's Guide, which is another game by the same developer on YouTube. It's something else. I don't know. It's probably the same amount of trippiness, but yeah. Anyway, have a good one. See you guys.